Hi everyone, welcome to J&D Gardens. We got another episode of Dealing with Garden Critters. Actually, today's yet another follow-up to the trapping animals. Now, even though it's winter, there's no rest for the weary. I was coming out here earlier today and to come out to the greenhouse, and I noticed a raccoon lurking about. Now, truth be told, I'm really not worried about the raccoon getting inside the greenhouse, because if you saw our video, we actually have the entire greenhouse lined with a fencing, so he's not getting in there. But if he tried to get in there, he might be scratching at the plastic, and we certainly don't want that. So it's time to pull out the traps and see if we can get this guy out of here. Now remember, raccoons are territorial, so there won't be too many in the area. So if we get rid of this one, maybe another one, we should be good for a couple of months, hopefully for the rest of the winter season, until spring comes and another group tries to muscle in on their territory. Now I'll show you how to set the trap again. I have a couple traps and I have a few more I'm going to put around the perimeter of the greenhouse. One thing for raccoons, they'll actually eat anything, but one thing I find that they really like are apples. So if you have some old apples or even new ones lying around, just cut some of them up, put them in a plate. I think it's the smell that they really like. So let me set this up over here. I'll bring the camera closer and I'll show you how we set it up again, okay? All right, so we have our have a heart trap, a single side trap. So again, what you do, and we'll leave a link to our other video showing you how the whole anatomy of the trap. But you lift up the latch, lift up the door, lock the pin in place. This is the hard part. So I don't want to get myself all muddy. You got to try to reach in and get the. This is always. Oh, there we go. You want to get the tray past the trip plate there. So let me lock this in place. There you go. You want it as far back as possible, because I've seen some other animals like squirrels, and if I left the plate too close to the trap, they can come in, grab the food without setting the trap. So you definitely want to make sure that's all the way to the back. So carefully, so it doesn't trip, I'm going to bring this, put it over here by the door. Not that he knows that this is a door, but that's okay. I got a couple of other traps, so I'm going to set them around the property, around the greenhouse, and then we'll give it a couple hours or till tomorrow and see what we come up with, all right? So look at what we got here. Well, it's only been a few hours, and boy, this guy couldn't wait for me to go away. Looks like he's calm. He still has a little bit of food left, so it can't have been that long that he's been in the trap, which is good. Like I've said in other videos, you don't want to keep the animals trapped in there too long, because, like I said, they could. It's not a punishment for them. We just don't want them messing with our garden, so we just want to get them out as soon as possible. Now, you've seen me in some of the other videos trap groundhogs, and I think I've done some possums. Raccoons are a little different, and this guy's calm right now, which is really shocking. Usually they're really hissing at me and running running around the cage. So you definitely want to be careful, because raccoons obviously can have rabies, and they can just be very ornery. They'll reach through the cage, try to get at you. They can be incredibly nasty. And this is not Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy, so you definitely want to be careful. Now, another reason you want to make sure, especially with raccoons, that you get them out of the cage as soon as possible is because raccoons actually don't mind being in their own feces. So if they're really nervous, or or in there too long and they got to go, they will go inside your cage, and then you have to clean it up, and it's really, really nasty. So try to get them out as soon as possible. We're going to take them out to the field in a little bit. But so the things with raccoons, they can get actually very ornery. So you want to be careful. Now, I guess I'm kind of lucky in a sense that he's really calm right now. Even when I put my hands close, he's not freaking out on me, which sometimes they do. But it would be nice to be able to show you him going a little crazy, because this is a little tip that I can give you to keep the animals calm. Now, you see on the top, I've explained, there's a metal plate, and that's so that they don't snap at you, because they will try to reach up, try to grab. As you grab the handle, they will reach up, try to bite you, try to scratch you. And that's great to hold it on. But anytime you get close, people, especially people who aren't used to dealing with them, get freaked out and they want to step away. So I have something that I've come up with that will make life a little easier. Let me go grab it. All right, so this is a simple cover that I've come up with. It's made out of like a heavy-duty plastic. I'd rather it be in black, but I haven't been able to find it, so I just used the white. What you want to do with any animals is you want to try to keep them calm. And the less that they can see, the better. That's why you've seen some animals that they cover up their eyes or cover them up with some kind of, in a dark area. That just keeps them calm because they don't see the movement around them. Let me show you how this works. So I've cut it to roughly the size of the trap. It's plastic. I've bent the sides and I've cut a slit in the center, and that's for the handle. So what this does is I put it here over him. There you go. And he's actually going to stay pretty calm in there, even though he's calm now. But if he was riled up, and in a future video I'll show you, he's calm. He's not. He sees from the sides, but it's from the ends rather. But from the sides, he's actually going to be very calm. So anytime you get an animal and they're going crazy, you want to cover it up somehow. Word of advice, and you'll learn this the hard way. I used to, early on when I did this 10 years ago, I used to cover up with like a towel or even like a plastic bag just to you know, dark, just to keep them calm. And what they do, especially with raccoons, they're the worst. What they do is they try to grab at everything. So they're gonna reach through the slots in the cage, and they're gonna just keep pulling at the towel or the plastic, whatever you have covered, and it's gonna rip it to shreds. They're gonna make an incredible mess, and then it's gonna be very difficult for you to pull the towel off. So I think in a future video I'll do that so you can see what it's like, but this was kind of impromptu, and I wanna definitely get them out of here before the weather starts turning. So like I said, I'll show you that in a separate video. But as you can see, I can carry him, and boy, this guy's heavy. God. So I'm going to grab all my equipment, and we're gonna head over to the field and let this guy go. Okay, so we're here in the field. We have our pitchfork, and we have our clamp. If you've seen the other videos, I'll show you how to use them again. And we have a raccoon, nice and calm, I believe. There he is. He's actually stayed pretty calm, and he hasn't pooped yet, so that's a good thing. So, again, when you're dealing especially with raccoons, you want to be covered up. Make sure you have jeans on, long sleeves, gloves. And if you remember, what we do with this pitchfork that I made is that we're gonna trap them in one side, leave the door unlocked, pull out the pitchfork, and he'll take off. So let me see if I can get him to one side. Come on, buddy. He's a big boy. But he's calm. Come on. Release your hand there. I don't want him. I know, see, he's, okay. So, there he goes. I'm really lucky today. He's calm. This guy's gonna come back and haunt me or something. So he's trapped in there. He's good, and he's still calm, probably because of that cover. Again, so he's not gonna get through those pitchforks because I have him into the ground. So I'm going to, see, he's totally locked in there. He doesn't even know what's coming. If you wanna bring the camera a little closer. If you see, he's still very calm, and you see he's a big sucker. So the pitchforks are going straight into the ground. He's locked. He's in a cage inside the cage. And then I have the door open with the clamp, just so he doesn't spring it as he comes back. If you want to step back a little bit. He's calm. He doesn't even know what's going on, which is where we want it. Like I said, don't want to upset the guy or girl, who knows. So put your foot on the trap, let go. He doesn't even know he's free. All right, buddy, you're free. Wow, he is really big. Happy trails, guy. Wow. He was pretty big. I didn't realize how big. He was kind of crunched up in there. Kind of wonder how he got in there. But just goes to show you, when they're hungry, they're gonna go after anything. So again, especially with raccoons, you want to be very careful with them. Like I said, I've been doing this for years, but like I said, part of these videos are just to show you how easy it can be, and again, give you the courage or motivation or whatever the word is to get you to try this if you have a problem in the area like I do. Like I said, calling the city to come out and get a critter each time for me wouldn't be practical. I keep you know, during the course of a year, I can go through a bunch of groundhogs, raccoons, possums, and everything. Everyone trying to get in my garden. But like you said, he's fine and he's off, and hopefully he'll be happy in there. So until we trap the next animal, we'll see you then. Yeah, remember, yes we canna.